In order for me to be booked, I have to change my dress.
Damn, so they tell you gotta change your whole image, the way you rap and your image
to fit. This is what P told me.
Damn, so they saying they just not fucking with what you bring.
He said,
in a sense,
not they.
Who? Oh,
P said.
Oh, so it was a specific person. P.
Yes, P said. He said that my style does not fit what he's looking for.
Wow. Okay.
And now I had to change my style to fit what he believes I should rap like.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Just chilling in the crib, you know I got my feet up. Squad based on loyalty. How can they defeat us? We see them.
Hip hop is real, and we are out here at Harlem.
Yes, sir.
With the one and only Spanish Harlem.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Spanish Harlem is in Harlem.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, man. How you feeling, though, man?
Celebrating life. It was my birthday. You know what I'm saying? So we celebrating all year. Man, it's been a minute since we talked. Last time we talked, I think it was Band Legacy 2.
Damn.
Band Legacy 2. That's
that was
like
in VA?
Yeah, Richmond. That was like 20.
I think I remember. Yeah.
2019, 2018. I think it was both of them.
Damn. That yeah.
It was both of them.
It's before, yeah, pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID. Fresh off the Crucible.
Yeah. I watched it, man, and I was like, yo, when I seen you pull up, I was like, okay, these guys are established guys. And when I didn't see you make the cut, I was like, yo, that's crazy, my man. What happened?
You know, it's crazy when they was doing the rollout. The biggest reception that I was getting was, why was I doing the Crucible?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Did you know that I graduated from the PGs?
I figured you been graduated and you was been in the, you know what I'm saying? I thought you was just waiting to get your situation. I don't know what happened. You gotta let us know, man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you who I graduated with.
Okay.
I graduated with Swamp, Your Honor, Kid Chaos.
Oh, so you in that class? That's cooking right now.
Brooklyn Hands, Rubando, that whole.
So what happened to Spanish Harlem? Why did you? I don't know what happened between the tournament. What happened with the Crucible? What got you in the mix? And almost seems like you took steps back instead of moving forward.
There's a lot. There's a lot that transpired between the PGs being done away with and the Crucible.
So you were one of the people that got caught up in the mix?
I got caught up in the mix. You know what I'm saying? So my last PG was 2019. I battled Scotty Good. We Go Hard.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a heavy jump. That was the one I graduated from. I got off the stage. It was like, all right, you move on. We're going to put you with a one-off next. Right? I'm not going to get into too much of the detail of what happened in between PGs and the Crucible, but I'll paint it to you like this. I recognize, like, in life, you got two things that are paired. It's like a pattern. You got key information, and then you got people who manipulate those who do not have that key information. Right? So, as a man, we carrying two things. Right? This is gonna be an interview where if it's for you, it's for you. But if it's not for you, it's gonna sound like foolishness. Right? So we about to build on this. As a man, you're carrying two things. You got things that matter, like your name, your purpose, your integrity, your principles, right? And then you got things that don't matter, like your career, title, position, money, all of those things, they're fleeting. So I'm walking down this battle rap road, right? I just graduated. I had all these promo plans, campaign plans. I'm ready to go to war with some of them names, right? I didn't get no calls. And I started to recognize that there was some things that was wrong with the process, but I couldn't put it into words. I couldn't really describe it. I was looking at it, but I just didn't know, right? So I decided to just chill out for a minute. So I'm walking, right? The Crucible comes up at a fork in the road. I'll say that. On the right-hand side of that fork in the road was the keys, okay? On the left-hand side of that road was the money. I couldn't see what was beyond the money, and I couldn't see what was behind the keys, but I had a decision to make, right? I had the status. I could have said, yo, I don't want to do the Crucible. I want to battle Swamp, or I want to battle Your Honor. I want to battle one of them, right? So the question comes up, I have to cause one of these things to fall down. I got to put one of these down. Do I put my purpose and what I'm here for? Do I put that down, or do I put my career down? What do you think? Well, I'm seeing everybody else getting caffeine battles, all of this, and I'm a part of that class.
So you ain't go for the money?
I ain't go for the money. I ain't go for the money.
Why not?
It was easy, man.
What you mean it was easy?
It was easy.
Isn't it what you came in it for? Like, not just saying the money,
yeah,
but the look, and then the ability to show your talent amongst the best and get the opportunities to battle the best. Because that's what's happening with these guys that you name.
Right. You would think that I would want that, right? But how would you feel? Put yourself in my shoes. You seeing something wrong with the game, right?
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that if I see something wrong, I got to know what it is. I got to figure it out, right? And I've been telling some of my younger brothers, I've been telling them things like if you throw your bread into the water, you'll find it after a couple days, right? Right. If you cut the tree down, in the place that it falls, it's gonna always be there, right? So I'm telling them that. So in the spirit of living the game that I'm giving out, I put my career down. I put it down, and I decided to go for the keys. And I'm here now, and I got the keys. I am the first and only double process URL rookie. I have seen both processes, and now I'm about to give you all the keys that I got.
So
I'm about to give you the keys to the game that nobody wants to talk about.
Okay. So just to kind of like go back, you know, for those who might be listening and, you know, be like, yo, what you talking about, Sharif, right now? You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So it just seems like what? Okay, you had an opportunity to be in this position, but you decided to start over in a sense, or take the different route of just competing. I don't want to take what you're saying out of context or anything like that. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, what's going on? What made you say, you know, like, I don't want to take this situation? Or were you just like ignorant to the fact of what it could lead? Or was it like competition? What's really going on as far as that?
I wanted the competition.
Okay.
But things weren't lining up. I would see cards that would happen. Survivor Series Maryland. I'm from Maryland.
Okay. You was okay. So I remember this process. I remember. So you're saying like at that time you couldn't see caffeine and all of this shit and all of that. I got it. Okay, I see what you're saying. You don't see what's about to happen.
I don't see what's about to happen.
So you're thinking they just still giving niggas them running rounds, them shits that happened, COVID. This is pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
So okay. Just to get some context, because I do remember the disarray between the Crucible. What the fuck is this?
What is that? Right.
You know what I'm saying? The PGs, Norbs is out. What the fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All of this wild shit. You know what I'm saying? P now running the whole shit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? The whole, you know, black market media creating this whole new thing. So it's like, you're like, I'm gonna go with the new shit. This shit that feels new.
Yeah.
Is that what your process is?
Yeah, but no.
Okay, so
so
and then what are the keys that you're going to give to these guys? You know what I'm saying?
It's the keys. It's for, and it's not for the rookies that are already on URL. This is for anybody who needs these keys.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that want to get into battle rap. A lot of people that want to get into URL. They need these keys.
Yeah.
But the breakdown before the Crucible. You know, I'm graduated. My next step was a one-off.
Okay, with who?
It was supposed to be with whoever they gave me, right?
But you didn't have no name yet?
Life situations pop up. I'm like, okay, I'm ready now. Handle my life situations.
Okay.
Let's go.
Wait, but did you get any names at all?
I did get a name. I was actually supposed to be the one who battled None.
Okay.
Burke Bucks battled him.
Oh,
that was
word?
Supposed to be me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
That didn't happen. Handled my situations, came back. Right? It was dead silent after that. I don't know why. This is why I started to see that there was something missing. I was needing to find that information that we we about, those key informations. So when the Crucible came up, I felt slighted. I felt it was disrespectful. I'm the only PG that graduated in that whole URL process. You know what I'm saying? That whole Crucible process. There was no other battler that was there that actually graduated. There was some that may have had one PG or something like that, but everybody else was new.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, what's really happening? I'm focusing. I went through the process, put my career down. I could have went with everybody else and played Hollywood, but stayed true to it, and now I figured it out. So let's get into these keys, man.
Okay.
Let's get into these keys. So the first key that you need to understand is that there's two URLs.
Okay.
You got URL North and URL South. URL North is Smack, Beasley, and all the premier artists. So if you battle on Caffeine and you get to battle on those opportunities and those cards, you're a premier artist. Everybody else is URL South. This is important because you've seen at times, you remember when Norbs was running the PGs, there was a lot of people who had problems with the process, and they spoke out about what Norbs was doing. They said, oh, it's payola, all that. But you notice it fell on deaf ears, and it didn't really get spoke upon until the big situation started happening, body slam and all of that, right? So what does this tell you? There's a different game being played in URL South, and the best thing you need to know is how to play ball. Because the things that you see in URL South are not going to make it to URL North. I have big respect for Beasley and Smack. It's a different ball game. It's the Wild West in URL South.
So what do you mean? What's going on?
That's just a precursor. We got some more keys. That's the first key. You got to understand URL South.
Okay, URL South. I got you. So URL South is basically this new development league and how the process to get to URL North. Exactly.
And URL South is pretty much anybody who battles on the app exclusively. There's no YouTube drops. There's no Caffeine. So it's pretty much the Crucible, Survivor Series, and maybe Band.
Yeah.
Right?
Damn near everything now.
Everything else. Born Legacy's moving to Caffeine.
Oh, it's about to move to Caffeine?
They doing Caffeine drops on Born Legacy.
Okay, they haven't done it yet, so
they haven't really done it yet.
Born Legacy is so far as all like private app events.
Right. That's like the last card before you move up to the next jump. Yeah. Right.
But Born Legacy, now I couldn't say that because Born Legacy, I guess, but you got some of the top killers on Born Legacy, like Bill Collector just battled on Born Legacy.
We gonna get to it.
One and Quest McCody and Cortez. That's right. Big Cannon. That's right. All of them niggas just battle on Born Legacy.
That's right. So there's two things that are happening. You have some people that don't need to be a part of that process because they have legacy behind them. They've been in the game so long they can take any battles they want. But when it comes to the rookies and the new talent, URL South, they got to deal with what they got to deal with until they show that they're ready.
What they got to deal with?
Well, let's keep moving forward. Here's the next key. Here's the next key. Key number 2 is my feedback about the Crucible. The great thing about the Crucible was the energy that it gave.
Okay.
It felt like Fight Club. It felt like they took 30 people, put them in a circle, threw gloves in the middle of the floor, and we gonna put you up against him. You got to fight right now. So you got a whole mess load of people that some people you've seen from We Go Hard, some people you've seen from other different areas. Now I was in the New York region. All of us know each other, but nobody knows who we gonna battle. And it was a great energy. That is needed in battle rap, right? Mm-hmm. Then there's a growth area, feedback. There needs to be better communication and better logistics that benefit the battlers.
Okay.
To prevent another conflict of interest, like what happened in the New York region.
Like what?
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
I got a call that there was no check between the judges and one of the people that was battling in the Crucible, and they had a personal relationship. Now, it happened to be me. I wasn't going to say anything about this until it was made public. It was made public that
who?
I battled Ish.
Oh, okay. Ish, yeah. And who was the judges at the time?
Swave
and Easy. I remember that battle. I ain't gonna front. I remember that battle, and I thought you wigged. I remember watching it like, yo, Swedish kind of wigged out. Like, yo, damn.
I finished that battle. I
do remember that because I watched it, and I kind of did feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Just watching it.
At first,
did you feel that way? Because I really felt like you put on a crazy performance. Actually, like I was like, yo, because they didn't show all your rounds. So just for what they showed, though, you did good.
I appreciate that.
Unless I remember you messing up or something like that. I don't remember that. You know what I'm saying? So did you have any slip ups or anything?
I didn't have any slip ups.
No, nothing, right?
No slip ups.
You just had a fire performance.
It was clean.
Yeah, okay.
Now when it was,
Ish did have a slip up.
And they showed
from even what they showed.
That's right. Now, peep, I'm going through the battles. I'm you know how it is as a battle rapper. You rapping, and next thing you know, you're not really thinking about anything else but your performance.
Are you saying you got shitted on, man?
It was meant to happen so that I could get these keys, man. I had to get the keys.
So you saying?
Now, peep.
Go ahead.
Peep. So I go through the battle. I do everything.
Mm-hmm.
We get outside. From behind me, I hear somebody say, "Yo, I'm glad I just knew these niggas." After the picks, I heard it behind me, but I ain't hear what it was. Next thing you know, URL drops on the channel a face-off between D-Dub and Ish.
Mm-hmm.
And in that face-off, D-Dub calls Ish out about the Crucible. He says, "Ish, why you even talking all crazy? You only got picked because you knew the judges." I'm sitting here like, why didn't nobody tell me this? I don't be checking for people's personal relationships and stuff like that. You know, everybody teams on everything else. So
you feel like that right there is like a big, like, yo, I kind of derailed my where I could be at right now, because I know I came and did my job, and he didn't do as good of a job as I did, and he got picked over me. I just want to make sure I'm clear.
You gonna know we're gonna be completely clear by the time this is done, right? So I'm watching it, and even with that, I was like, nah, I'm not going. That's nothing, right? But then a battler called me and he asked me, how do you feel knowing that you battled somebody who knew the judges? I said, all right, this is too many things that are coming up.
Gotcha.
So when the Crucible dropped, I said, let me watch it. They show the first 16 bars, both of us, right? Ish has a mean slip up in the part that they showed. Easy's response was, I felt Ish was more consistent than you. And I'm like, wait, how was he more consistent if he slipped in the first, and then in the second they don't even show that jump? But even in that, I felt like both of mine were, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm like, in the moment, I'm like, I'm not hearing that. I'm just like, I just got finished with my bars. I ain't really think about this. So I'm like, oh snap, like, but I don't hold it against them, because truth be told, it was all last minute. See, you have your own business, right? As a man of your business, your word means a lot. So when you're unloading the Crucible and then you say, okay, so the Crucible is going to be about, remember, the key here is better communication and better logistics to better the battlers, right? If you say, we're going to have the New York region, you're going to have 3 vets. You're going to have 3 vets, mm-hmm. and one of them is going to be Surf, one of them going to be DNA, one of them going to be Charlie Clips.
Yeah.
And the reason why the Crucible is going to be good is because if you battle in front of them, they're going to give you feedback to let you know if you're ready to go to the next level. Mm-hmm. When the change happened, we were not alerted.
What was the change? Just to be...
The judges changed.
Oh, you didn't even know. Okay, so initially... You knew the judges ahead of time, in a sense.
It was marketed. DNA, Clips.
Oh, okay.
Surf.
And then, but when you got there,
it wasn't even 3 judges. It was 2 judges, and it wasn't 3 vets or 2 vets. It was a vet and a rookie.
Yeah.
Easy is like a colleague.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a year and a half.
And I thought about that too personally, watching it. I was like, yo, they got these are your competition judging you. These are the niggas that y'all can battle with right now type shit. Like, these are the niggas y'all should be battling next up. Next year, whatever, y'all should be facing them.
And even
and they are judging y'all. So that is kind of, ooh, I didn't even think about it like all the way to that extent.
So while I'm receiving all of this information, in my mind, I'm like, well, I'm not going to hold it against the judges because they're not running this, right? If they put, there's $10,000 allegedly on the line, mm-hmm. right? If I'm judging an event and my man is battling somebody else, and the person who runs the joint don't recognize that I got a personal relationship with this dude, right? Mm-hmm. And it's $10,000 on the line. I mean, you gonna play ball, right?
Yes.
That makes sense. Especially like it's money on the line. People, you know, pandemic happening, all of that. So I don't fault the judges for that at all. And I'm not saying that I should have been picked, because my reason for going in the Crucible was different than everybody else's. I wasn't going there to get status. I had that before the Crucible.
Gotcha.
If I wanted to do that,
yeah, niggas already knew who you was right now at this point.
So I'm sticking there trying to get all the information. Here's the other part about logistics. You gotta if if URL South, if you want to have a better process, you have to remember the person who ran the process before, the PGs, because you're only going to be as good as adapting to the ways and the thoughts of that person. So you have to look at what Norbs did in the PGs. It says we have to do something different than what he was doing. Now, from personal experience, there wasn't a lot of great communication there. Whenever we would have PGs, it would always be one of those things where it's like, all right, you're going to be on the April card. April comes around, you don't get a call. Oh, it's cool, you're going to be on the June card. June comes around, you don't get no call, right? So if you're going to put somebody in a situation, there has to be a level of respect to be able to give them what they need. You know what I'm saying? Give the battlers what they need. There has to be a better respect for the battlers moving forward. Now, especially if you're going to have more people that are like myself who are known in the culture to a certain degree, and you're going to put them in a process to be judged by people who may know them. You see what I'm saying? That like if it's going to be all new people, all right, cool. You can have 2 judges. It could be easy, sway. It could be a new rookie, old vet. It could be anybody like that. But that's for the new people. I think that the Crucible is a great plan. It's going to work. It's going to do wonders for people. Like Black Rolak is one of my favorite battlers. Like he's going to do numbers. Kid Slade did numbers. Yeah,
I've been hearing a lot about him. I saw a little bit of what he did in the Crucible too.
Yeah, so that's the key for them. You know what I'm saying? Better communication and better logistics that benefit the battler. Okay. You know what I'm saying? There's other things like the criteria for the judging, right? P was laying it out saying they're not judging to say who won. They're judging to see if you have what it takes to go to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And there's something in that he said on DNA's interview that he did that I actually disagree with. He has this thing he calls it the ceiling argument. He says that he's going to choose somebody that has a higher ceiling than somebody. I think that that's a little bit arrogant, because how can you say that? How can you put a number to my potential, right?
But like for an example, you look at Next. He was taken out of the Crucible because he had that high ceiling.
That's right. But you notice it wasn't like, oh, he got a ceiling like a 30, or his ceiling is 25 and that person's ceiling is 8. You see what I'm saying? It's like, no, they both got potential. You don't know if the person that got a 8 person. Look at Tom Brady, right? Tom Brady got picked 106th in the 6th round. He wasn't the first round draft pick.
Yeah, I got you.
People start
so you're just saying that people could be wrong. It's like you can't really judge talent just off of looking at one thing or a situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? If everybody going through the process, let them go through the process. Don't cheat the process or cheat people out of the process. Is that a point?
Have an open mind. Okay. Have an open mind to move forward.
But you're not disagreeing with it, though.
I'm not disagreeing. You can. I mean, ultimately, if you're gonna judge somebody based off their potential, you have to have your own opinion, right? Yeah. But there's limits to where your opinion starts to be like, okay, I'm gonna.
Do you think it's a good idea to take guys out of the Crucible if they feel that they think this guy is ready? Is that valid for them to do, or do you feel like that's cheating the system a little bit? Or it makes it could cause whatever against other guys who's going through the process or whatever. Because some people don't give a fuck, like Blick, who said, nigga, you're not here for the 10,000 no more, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, type of situation. So, like, what's your thoughts on that?
I think...
or what's your stance on it?
Truth be told, if people get pulled out and moved over, that's their scenario.
Gotcha.
If they move forward, like Next, he's going on doing his thing, that's theirs. If people sticking in the process, they got to stick through the process, right? And it's amazing, man. You want to know what I was told after I got out of the Crucible? Yeah. Because I asked extra information on why I wasn't picked, which is going to go into the next key. I was told that the reason why I wasn't moving forward in the Crucible nor being booked for anything on the other side was because my style was not liked, and that in order for me to be booked, I have to change my style to fit P's perception. Damn. And then I was told the other reason why I wasn't moving forward was because I don't dress like a nigga from the streets, and that in order for me to be booked, I have to change my dress.
Damn, so they tell you gotta change your whole image, the way you rap and your image
to fit. This is what P told me.
Damn, so they saying they just not fucking with what you bring.
He said,
in a sense,
not they.
Who? Oh,
P said.
Oh, so it was a specific person. P.
Yes. P said. He said that my style does not fit what he's looking for.
Wow. Okay.
And that I had to change my style to fit what he believes I should rap like.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Okay.
Right? So I'm taking all this information in all at the moment. And this brings us to the next key. It's P's mindset. Because at that moment, I felt supremely disrespected. Like, you can't tell her what I look like telling you. I don't like how you rap. You gotta rap the way I tell you to rap. I don't like how you dress. You gotta dress how. If you want me to book you, watch the Crucible Part 2. Go to the end where they start picking everybody. It's right there.
Yeah.
And the people in the comments were saying the same thing. They're like, yo, what are you talking about? So I got into a space where I started to feel like real disrespected, and I was about to get real judgmental. But then I thought about it. I was like, there's something to this. There's something to this that I gotta pay attention to. And how to move forward and how to move through this process. Because there's other aspects of it. The philosophy behind Silencer Protocol goes along with URL's slogan. URL slogan is you can't copy respect, right? But Silencer Protocol's philosophy is, but disrespect is duplicatable. You can't copy respect, but disrespect is duplicatable. And that's behind it. So
meaning, just to clarify that, disrespect is duplicatable.
Disrespect is duplicatable.
It's like if we disrespect, we're gonna go extra.
Well, here's the leverage.
Okay.
Because URL is the NBA, I have leverage because I know that you want to be on the lead.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll have you go through the gamut. I'll drag you through the mud, right? So that you do what I want.
Yeah.
You do what I want.
Submit your will.
Submit your will. Yes, sir.
You see, I'm with the same crew. Take a look around. I'm just chilling in the crib. You know I got my feet up. Squad based on loyalty. How can they defeat us? We see them pray.
The other side was because my style was not liked, and that in order for me to be booked, I have to change my style to fit P's perception.
Damn.
And then I was told the other reason why I wasn't moving forward was because I don't dress like a nigga from the streets, and that in order for me to be booked, I have to change my dress.
Damn, so they tell you gotta change your whole image, the way you rap and your image
to fit. This is what P told me.
Damn, so they saying they just not fucking with what you bring.
He said,
in a sense,
not they.
Who? Oh,
P said.
Oh, so it was a specific person. P.
Yes. P said. He said that my style does not fit what he's looking for.
Wow. Okay.
And that I had to change my style to fit what he believes I should rap like.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
Okay.
Right. So I'm taking all this information in all at the moment, and this brings us to the next key. It's P's mindset. Because at that moment, I felt supremely disrespected. Like, you can't tell her what I look like telling you. I don't like how you rap. You gotta rap the way I tell you to rap. I don't like how you dress. You gotta dress how. If you want me to book you, watch the Crucible Part 2. Go to the end where they start picking everybody. It's right there.
Yeah.
And the people in the comments were saying the same thing. They're like, yo, what are you talking about? So I got into a space where I started to feel like real disrespected, and I was about to get real judgmental. But then I thought about it. I was like, there's something to this. There's something to this that I gotta pay attention to. And we're all seeking approval to some degree, right? For our work. And what I found was that P's looking for approval for himself from the culture and from Smack and Beasley. A specific type of approval. Because there was somebody who put a perception on him that he disagrees with. And getting that approval will disprove that perception. And I was sitting there thinking, I was like, I need a little bit more, and I don't want to be judgmental, so I figured I would go to try understand Terrence Pugh as a man. Like, what is he about, right? So that I can save myself from being judgmental, right? So what I found was that and this is about to get heavy. Bear with me. Sometimes when we go through situations in our younger years, we don't recognize how it affects us when we get older, right? And P's bread and butter is his vision. That's his pride and joy, his thoughts, his views, his opinions, his vision of things, right? And I believe that there may have been somebody in his past that may have said something real malicious about how he thinks. You see what I'm saying? His thoughts and his vision. And it was real malicious, and it got to a point where it harbored something in him, right? And then when most of us are in pain, right, we tend to look for a situation or an environment where that pain is less, and then we look for people who have a resemblance of the person who caused us pain to see if we want to reconcile. But there are other people who go at it for retribution, like a cop, like a person who gets bullied when they're in high school and they become a cop and they start oppressing the people that they used to be a part of, right? Or if a kid goes and robs an elderly person and says, you know what, I'm gonna rob you because somebody robbed me, right? That happens subconsciously, and people it doesn't go unchecked. So I felt like I said, maybe the reason why he's being this way, maybe the disrespect is just collateral damage. Maybe he's just trying to find that approval, and the method of how he goes about it isn't right. You know what I'm saying? Because there should be no reason why you're telling me the reason why I'm not getting booked is because I don't dress the way you like. You see what I'm saying? That don't make no sense at all. So I started to think deeper. I started to look deeper, and I found that he's also has a military background and an extensive career in the postal service. Why does this matter? Because when you're dealing with somebody who says knowledge, your thoughts and your views and your vision is nothing, your creativity, that ain't nothing here, and then you go into the military where change is not allowed. Everything's traditional. Postal service the same way. They work off a system, right? And then you take on top of that, upward mobility in those places is practically a political nightmare. You can ask anybody in the military when they're trying to get to the next rank how many loops they got to go through in order for them to get that, right? So you take somebody that's going through that, then going through the military, and then going through the postal service, and then he enters battle rap, which is practically the Wild West. No rules. He can operate with impunity. And then he's in a position of power, right? So you're in that position of power, you finally have a chance to have your visions and your thoughts viewed. That's either going to do one or two things. It depends on the person you are. It depends on your tastes. You might use it for retribution, or you might use it to actually give back. Truth be told, I think that, I honestly don't think that he knows what he's doing. Like, I don't think that he's being intentional with what he's doing, right? And because I believe that he may have been slighted somewhere in his past, I'm not going to judge him for the disrespect that he showed me, because truth be told, if he hadn't have disrespected me, I wouldn't have got these keys. I wouldn't have found these keys, and I believe that it had to be me. I think that there was no other URL rookie in the class that I graduated with that would have had what it took to take the disrespect, to take the, yeah, you got to start all over. Yeah, I know you're gonna get a one-off, but we're gonna start you from scratch. Yeah, you can't battle on Ultimate Madness. You got to go battle on a lower league that's, you know, with you know, go back to Coliseum, go back to We Go Hard, and if you make some noise there, maybe we'll enter you in the Crucible the next time. I don't think that they would have had the stamina and the mental build to be able to do that. But see, as Cuban has told me, I have a little bit more compassion than the regular battler, right? So I forgive him for the disrespect. And I hope he changes. I really do. I hope that he finds that issue, that he can resolve it, so that battle rap as a whole can get better, so that we don't get a situation like we saw before in the past scenarios, right? So I do hope that he gets that healing.
Wow, I didn't see any of this coming. So this was definitely intriguing. Like, you took me someplace right there. Okay, that was definitely something different. Now,
in the case that he doesn't change, In the case that he doesn't change,
Okay.
I got a contingency plan, which is the next key. It's important for people to understand his method so that they can move forward.
Got you.
The reason why I'm giving you this is because I'm not afraid of not being booked
Got you.
anymore,
Got you.
right? I already laid my career down. So I'm gonna give you this. The next key, there is no more vault.
Yeah.
The vault has been replaced with what is called silencer protocol. You know what silencer protocol is? I'm gonna tell you. Smack and Beasley are smart because they understand that brands are going to help URL grow. By putting people that have a brand on caffeine stages, it helps everybody grow. It helps the brand grow. They can reach out to more audiences, right? P, in his job, helps URL North by telling them about the talent that he sees in URL South. You can call it the narrative of the moment. The narrative of the moment are the styles and the brands that P wants on URL. Okay? So Silencer Protocol is an initiative to silence and cease the momentum and progress of a battler who does not have a style or brand that fit P's vision. I'm gonna say that again. The Silencer Protocol is an initiative to cease the momentum and the progress of a battler whose brand and style does not fit P's vision. What that means is that if he wants punchers to be on URL, there's nothing you can do about it. If he wants performers on URL, there's nothing you can do about it. You can change your style, or you can stay true to who you are. Now, Silencer Protocol is very elegant in how it's created because you can't really call them out on it directly if you don't know exactly what you're pointing at, which is why I had to go through the Crucible to see exactly what it was. Right? So picture this. You just graduate out the PGs and you wondering why your style is going this way. And why your battles are being booked here, 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 here. And you're getting this opponent and this opponent. And you're wondering why you're not going to the next level. It's Silencer Protocol. It's Silencer Protocol.
So they just not feeling your style, so they just kind of like...
It's not they.
All P.
Yes, sir.
So it's all P.
Yes, sir. It's not they. And the reason why it's not they is because that's one of the reasons why some people don't get booked is because when you say they, you automatically include everybody else.
Yeah, because
right?
you know, when I include they is because, you know, if he's doing what he's doing, he's also got permission. So that would also mean that, you know, he has permission to do what he's doing.
Key number one, URL North and URL South.
It's a division.
Yes, sir.
It's a division.
Yes, sir.
It's like, yo, just handle that and
yes,
we'll handle
sir.
this.
There are things
right.
because look at it. If I'm
I don't got time to be worried about. I got you.
If I tell you he's charging too much, I'm not gonna go check.
Got
to see
you.
if that's
Got
right.
you. Got you. It's like, yo, it's like how I work with no bars. Do your thing. So if you got an issue, you gotta, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, though, even with that, I still, if it is an issue, I'm still involved.
Exactly. So, like, just like the North situation, a lot of the things that were happening without knowing that there's URL South and North, if there's something that happens in URL South, it's not really going to affect URL North. But when things happen to affect URL North, then everything got to be changed.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Got you.
So you could have a battler who has what it takes to be on URL, but just because he doesn't fit P's vision, he's not gonna get there.
Got you.
You see what I mean?
Got you.
So this is dangerous because you're telling people one thing and then you turn around and don't give them the feedback that's required so that they can move forward with their careers. This is a dangerous situation with the Silencer Protocol because you got so many people that probably are in it. They're on the hamster wheel thinking that they're moving forward. Typically, if you're not on caffeine, then you're most likely dealing with Silencer Protocol to a degree. Most people that have what it takes or fit his vision, they automatically move forward. Some people had one PG going at boom, boom, boom. Now they on. Now this is not to slight anybody who moved forward, but this is something for people who want to get into the game, but to better understand how to move forward and how to move through this process. Because there's other aspects of it. The philosophy behind Silencer Protocol goes along with URL's slogan. URL slogan is you can't copy respect, right? But Silencer Protocol's philosophy is, but disrespect is duplicatable. You can't copy respect, but disrespect is duplicatable. And that's behind it. So
meaning, just to clarify that, disrespect is duplicatable.
Disrespect is duplicatable.
It's like if we disrespect, we're gonna go extra.
Well, here's the leverage.
Okay.
Because URL is the NBA, I have leverage because I know that you want to be on the league.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll have you go through the gamut. I'll drag you through the mud, right? So that you do what I want.
Yeah.
You do what I want.
Submit your will.
Submit your will. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So here's another thing. Let's say I believe that the Silencer Protocol came up out of fear of confrontation. Not confrontation as far as a fight, but confrontation as far as firing somebody, right? So if I'm going through the process, what I believe that, and I hope P changes, is that they have better conversations with the battlers to say, look, we're not moving forward with you in the process. We have no intention of putting you forward. That doesn't happen because if they go to another league and they blow up, what ends up happening is people at the top start looking and say, wait, wasn't he with us? Why is he with KOTD now? Why is he doing numbers on RBE? Why was he over there? You don't want that to happen, right? See, when P starts to recognize that he's not aware of something, or he's not in control of something, or even worse, that he's wrong, and I know this from personal experience, you start going through the gamut of making sure that he gets right back into position. Okay? So you have a lot of battle rappers that could do more in battle rap, but don't, because they're not having that final conversation. You know how hard it is to get people on the phone?
I was talking to No Bars the other day, and I was like, damn, son, I want to see Benji Lolo on URL, son. Fuck that. Fuck the Crucible. Throw my nigga right up in there, son. That's how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Just why? Because I'm like, yo, son is wild. I mean, like, some people, it might not be for everybody, whatever it is, but that nigga is entertaining. So it's like, yo, give him a shot to, you know what I mean? I know, of course, there's a system.
Silencer Protocol, bro. Silencer.
You think that's like a Benji Lolo type of situation?
I believe, hey, look. Yes, sir. I think that there are some people that would do crazy on URL, but they just don't fit his vision. You know what I'm saying? And that's a hard thing to get around. You know what I mean?
Damn, so with the Crucible then, you're saying these are all people that fit the vision?
Yes. Here's why. P is kind of like a Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was known for creating the light bulb, but he didn't invent the light bulb. Now remember, Smack and Beasley are looking for brands. When you got somebody who's so high on their own vision, the thing that they want is to give something to them that says, I developed him. But there's a lot of battlers who don't necessarily need artist development on their brand. They have a strong understanding of where they want to take their brand. They just need to be put in position. That don't work with URL South. That don't work. You don't just tell them, yo, I know my brand and I'm trying to move forward over here. That don't work. You got to go with what he gives you. So he makes
the shit with some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you. I know I could put you on that stage, but I'm gonna make you battle 5 times over here, and then when you get tired and when you get done with battle rap and people forget about your buzz that you had, then I'm gonna put you forward.
So you gotta change the way you rap, change your shirt.
You gotta change your shirt.
Yo, son, you might come through with the hoodie. You feel me? Like, you feel me?
Even
with the constructs, like, you know what I mean, all black. You feel me? With the, you know what I'm saying? Probably a flag or something. You feel me? And just straight disrespect. And my gun so big, and just go crazy.
It still wouldn't work, bro. It still wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
He said I wouldn't be doing me, man. Fuck that.
Here go another weapon. You know, another way you know that you on the Silencer Protocol is when they start using basketball references to determine why you can't move to the next level. Oh, you think that you LeBron? No, I don't think I'm LeBron. I'm trying to figure out who I am in the game, and I can't move forward until I get a better opportunity. You know what I was told? He told me one time that you can't get on a gnome unless you show me a gnome level performance in a small room setting. And I challenged him on that. I said, how am I going to do that? There's no way that I can do a small room volume setting battle and give you a gnome performance. It's literally impossible. And I gave him this analogy. I said, you can't teach a man how to swim on dry land. You got to put him in the water. You got to put him there. Either he gonna fail or he gonna work, right?
That's a fact.
When my first PG happened, I had that long stint. I battled 2018, I think. I was 2018, 2017, one of the two. It was January, I know that. 7 months went by with no call. 7 months. So I'm sitting there like, oh, you know, I guess they done with me, right? I get a call. RBE calls me and says, hey, we want you to open up for Murder Mook and Averb. I'm the only PG to ever battle on the same stage as an industry artist and Mook and Verb and Ice, all of them, right? When they heard that I got the call, P hit me up. Oh, no, you ain't gonna go over there. You can't go over there and battle because they're beneath us, right? I said, look, I don't know. You haven't even been calling me. What am I supposed to do as an artist? I'm not going to stop my opportunity. You don't. He said he didn't believe that I was ready for a larger stage. Okay, there go to perception. There go to vision. I decide to challenge it. All right, you watch the battle. You let me know what happens. I go up there. I smoke them. I set the night off. Pay-per-view, the largest opportunity I've ever been on. I come back. So now can I move forward? I didn't know I wasn't supposed to challenge P's vision. I didn't know that. Now, ever since then, he was like, nah, I'm gonna give you such and such right here. I'm gonna give you Radio B, and I'm gonna make you battle on the first night, and you're gonna be the first battle. And then after me and him have a battle of the weekend, you know what I'm saying? They say, oh yeah, you know what? The reason why we put you first is because we thought y'all was gonna be boring, and we was trying to get you out of there. And okay, you got him. Now let me give you Scotty Good. I know, since you Coliseum, you can't survive the We Go Hard, and you're not ready for a larger opportunity, right? I go in there and me and Scotty Good have a crazy battle. So it's been a get back ever since. And then after that, how would you feel if you were a battler and you were told that you can't go battle on XYZ League, and then you got to stay through the PG process, and then they scrap the PGs and then have a whole new entire process? Right? You know how sick you would have been knowing that you could have battled on the large stage with one of the, you know what I'm saying? Mook versus Averb was that was the largest battle of the year. And it matters. It matters. Hitman versus Cassidy matters. Whether they like to think it, you know what I'm saying? It matters. And I want more battlers to be able to have the opportunity to experience situations like that. I want them, if they want to go through the URL, okay, cool, let's go through the URL. But I need you to understand the silencer protocol so that when you get into the game, you don't get stifled and you end up sitting out for 3 years when you could be moving forward. If Smack and Beasley want to put you on a card, they will put you on a card. I've never had a conversation with them. I've had ideas that I wanted to bring to them to help every other rookie too, not just me. But I couldn't get that call out because of
Silence protocol.
The silencer protocol. I couldn't get that out.
Title right there.
I couldn't get it out. Right?
Yeah.
Basketball. Here's another thing that people don't want you to understand. If you're a battler that's trying to get on URL, right? Or if you're a battler that's on URL and you might not be on caffeine level status, right? You remember when they used to have those XXL rookie? These are the new class, 2021 rookie class. It's a scapegoat. Truth be told, if you get booked for a URL card, you are a rookie, especially if you're new. You don't have to wait for them to say that you're a rookie for you to be a rookie. And they use basketball references. There you go again. And this is how I know it's wrong, because here's the proper analogy. Let's take the music industry, right? Broke contracts out the water. Let's say that URL is a label. You have premier artists and then you have regular artists. The premier artists on that label get all the backing, they get all the marketing, they get all the money, they get all the billboard slots.
The first best opportunity.
Best opportunities. They in New York, billboards and everything. They all that. The regular artists, they may possibly get a little bit of extra engineers. Yeah. They may possibly get all of that, right? They're still artists. I might not be on their level, and that's fine. I gotta get it out the mud. I watched the interview with with Pusha T, and he was talking about how when he was on Arista Records and they did Grinding, he said that they have a thing called when a record has legs of its own. That means it's popping anywhere, even though it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? L.A. Reid comes up and says, why is it that this group over here has a record with legs of its own and we're not marketing them like these people, and their music is doing better than theirs? Like a Benji Lolo. They're getting notoriety. Why don't we have that back? And he said, L.A. Reid told the people, he said, if we don't have them in that process before the end of this week, I'm firing all y'all. Because there should be no reason why this person is not getting the backing when it can help everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone. That don't exist in battle rap. That doesn't exist, unfortunately. And I hope that it shows up, right? Because people that are like, you know, that you see on the rise, whether it be a Funeral Fame or She Happens or Next, or, you know what I'm saying, a Cuban, or anybody that's on the rise, right? They can. I really do believe that they can cause wreck with anybody. Even myself. I look at all the people, I would love to battle with Brooklyn Hands or Real Sick or Swamp, all of them. I think I got what it takes to take all of them out, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But, you know what I'm saying? Until things change, it's going to be the same old, same old. It's going to be the same old, same old.
The Crucible doesn't really change anything in a sense.
The Crucible changes things for people who have no stature in battle rap.
Gotcha.
Right? If you went to We Go Hard and you rocked out and people know your name, the Crucible is really, it may do something for you, but it's not going to do as much as the people like, one of my other favorite people on the Crucible is Anderson Burris. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him before the Crucible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Coming from iBattle. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, like, you know, like for me too, like a lot of people's brand new. Like, you're right. It's like watching somebody who's been there for already it kind of defeats the purpose.
That's right. And I would rather you tell me, hey, you're not going to be on URL because we're going in a different direction. All right, cool. Now I can go over to RBE or KOTD and I can be comfortable knowing that I'm not getting booked over here. Close the door. Let's close it. Either keep it open or let's close it.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Final key. So remember, the first key, URL North, URL South. Get in where you fit in, understand the game, right? If you're in URL South, it's time for you to play ball. Ain't no, you gotta trust the new process. If you are in URL South, you need to play ball. And then hopefully if you make enough noise, you'll get to URL North. Right? The second key, better communication and better logistics for the battlers. This key is specifically for URL South. I wish them the best, that they can really make an impact, right? So they can take away the stigma from the PGs. They need better communication and better logistics. The Crucible is great, and it's going to do great things for people that are new into the culture. Third key, don't judge P for the disrespect that he may show you, because I don't believe that he's intentionally trying to do it. I think that there's something that's going on internally there, right? Forgive him for it, if you can, if you have the strength to do so. It's not about him. It never was about him. It's never about us. It's not about me, right? Fourth key, silence or protocol. Understand the method. If you are in URL South, you may be under silence or protocol, and you may be wasting your years on a hamster wheel when all you could do is step off the hamster wheel. What was that movie, The Truman Show? When he was in there, he was on a TV show the whole time, and he didn't hit the wall. I hit the wall, right? Fifth and final key. It's industry comparisons. Many times we hear about battle rap being basketball. I really can't stand that. If you ever get a basketball reference in battle rap, challenge it, and I can show you it's not gonna hold water. It won't hold water at all.
You and Surf may have to have a debate.
Yes, sir. I would realistically, you know what I'm saying? But there are 4 industries that relate to battle rap and are connected to battle rap that are more profitable than basketball. And you have politics. We're going to throw that out because politics is a taboo word in the culture. People cringe up when they hear the word politics, right? So we're going to throw that out. But you got the art industry, fashion industry, and the food industry, gastronomy, restaurants. And the thing that ties those things to battle rap is an archetype, a characteristic called the kingmaker. A kingmaker is a person or a group that shines light on a talent or an artist and says that person is going to be the next star. You see it in the food industry when the Michelin star says he's a 3-star Michelin chef. He's like Yoda of cooking. He goes to a whole different level. Fashion industry, it's like when Louis Vuitton says we're going to choose Virgil Abloh to be the creative director. And now he becomes the star over everybody. In the art world, when they said Basquiat, we're going to pick him, and now he blows up. The kingmaker exists in battle rap. But here's the thing. You don't have to have a kingmaker choose you in order for you to be successful in what you do, to get what you're trying to get out of the industry. You know how many people, we in Harlem, you know how much soul food is out here that's probably never going to make the top 10 soul food lists in food? Some people that are out here that may never get a Michelin star. You got people that are in the art district that may do things that are better than Picasso, but they'll never sell a $100,000 painting. But they still sell enough to make enough for their families, right? Fashion designers, you may never get picked up by Hermes or Balenciaga, but you got enough to impact and sell your. Same thing with battle rap. Same thing with battle rap.
Facts. I agree 100%, man.
Look at the people. Disaster never, you know what I'm saying? Disaster doing his thing on KOTD. Who will say he's not a household name in battle rap? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Quest McCody, I think, just had his first URL battle.
Quest McCody's a legend.
Besides the 2-on-2, you know what I mean?
But let the culture tell it by the stigmas. Oh, he's a rookie.
Even he said he's a rookie right now. He said he playing it. He said I'm a rookie. Quest came in and said I'm about to be the coldest rookie this year, dog.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like people. So everybody on that legend conversation. Oh, I'm a legend. He's not a legend. This person is all of that. Like, it's bickering, of course, but like seriously, you got people that are out here that can make money everywhere in battle rap. You can go travel and do a whole bunch of things. Look at Flip Top. Nobody really even watches Flip Top in the States, but they got their own Philippines. I think Suede might have battled on Flip Top one time. So that's the keys, man.
Nah, man. I mean, that was really intriguing. I didn't know what I was coming to, but this was definitely enlightening, and I definitely see you had something really thought-provoking and that's something you really wanted to get off. So I appreciate you, you know what I mean, letting the people know what's up, man. I just want to end it with what can we look forward, you know, from you, man? You know what I'm saying? What's next for you? You know what I'm saying? So the people, they'll hear all this and they say, what's up? What's up then? What's next, man?
We gonna see. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay.
Truth be told, I got into battle rap. I didn't know why I got into it until recently. I found these keys, right? Many people don't know that I was a league owner before in the DMV. And a lot of the talent that you see on URL, I had either sparred with or had influence with, right? So now getting to a place now where I know that I can battle the people, the top names in URL. I know I can. I don't know if it's ever gonna happen, but I wasn't here for that reason. I laid my career down to get these keys, and now that I gave them out, if I want to pick my career up again, I can do that.
Got you.
You see what I mean? But guess what? There's gonna be more people that come that rise after me. That's gonna bring havoc if they use these keys. You know what I'm saying? Let the crucible be the crucible. Let P be P. Let URL be URL. But if you are an artist or a fan or somebody that wants to see somebody grow, understand this. Get behind them. Push them forward. If you on URL right now and you doing Survivor Series or you only app only, you can stay there if you want. You can move forward. You can stay with the process and say, you know what, I'm gonna take another 6 months and see what they're gonna book me for, and then you're gonna have another 3 years of your life doing the same old bookings. Or
you can ASAP me that shit.
That's right. That's right.
Nah,
that's right,
man.
That's right. That's right. It's not about me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's really not about me. I really want this to be something for everybody who loves this game and wants to get into this game. I want them to have as much as they can. I want them to have as much money. And same thing like the battlers. For the battlers that decided not to go for the keys and just go for the money, go for the money. Go for it.
Yeah, everybody got to play their part.
Play their part. I played mine.
Yo, man, Spanish Harlem, this was definitely a Hip Hop is Real exclusive.
Hey,
it was
man.
great chopping up with you, man. Always respect what you do, man. And once again, tell the fans where they can follow you and stay tuned in, bro.
Ricardo Marcellus, Instagram, Twitter, on Facebook, I'm Spanish Harlem. Keep this in mind, the stage is set for the greatest of all time, billions.
Yeah.